What's up, everybody? I'm Sly, the movie guy, and here's my movie review of Captain Marvel, directed by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, stars Brie Larson, Samuel Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, Judd Law, and the rest of the other cast and crew. And in this film, Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel becomes one of the universe's most powerful heroes when Earth is caught in the middle of a galactic war between two alien races. And this is a film that had a lot of controversial and toxic things going on, like Rotten Tomatoes, the audience score, all that with Brie Larson's comment, what she said. Everything about it was just like, oh my god, this is the first Marvel movie with a lot of things like kind of wasn't going positive. It was going on like a negative route, and it just didn't. It was like it was kind of crazy. For me as a comic fan, I heard all that. I blocked that all the way. I was like, let me just enjoy a comic book movie, because that's what I always go for. I always want to go enjoy a comic book movie because I'm a comic book fan, so I like to see superhero films be good from DC to Marvel, Image, Dark Horse, anything. So that's what I go for. Captain Marvel, the trailers were just like, they were like okay. They wasn't like they weren't horrible. Like some of them, I know some people didn't like some of the trailers. I know the first one was fine. Second one, okay. I mean, it was almost the same same thing. So I was like, okay, I just have to go see the movie. Maybe they try not to show so much surprises. Went to the movie, had to go see it again because the first viewing I was like, okay, so it's okay. Then seeing it again, it was fun. It's fine. The film's fine. So there's some parts I like that I was like, okay, now I got it. Some parts I was like, okay, which I have some issues with the film. I'll get to that even in my review. But one of the things I do like, and these are the positives. One of the things I do like is the origin of how she's like discovering like who she is and stuff, because she's trying to find out who she is and everything. I like those aspects of the film, how they did her origin story, like her with the Kree and stuff, how the alien between war and stuff, like with the Skrulls and stuff. I like how that went in the movie and stuff. I like how they did that. So it was kind of interesting how like Marvel went to like space and part like stuff in the 90s. I really like how they went to that direction with Captain Marvel. I really appreciate how they did that part. So those are one of the parts I did like from the movie, of how she's like going like discovering like her past and stuff. And some of that stuff is really like interesting. So I really like how we learn her as a little girl and how she's going through different stuff, like her parents and stuff and all. I like how her interactions with the Kree is part of her origin stuff. Her like learning her like how she discovered her powers. All that was like really kind of very interesting in the movie from like the first act of the movie. So the first act of the movie, I was really kind of invested. It was like kind of like interesting. You know how when the first act of the movies, a superhero movie, you really like try to get to know the person's origin. It's kind of like was interesting. I was like, okay, I like it how this is going so far. So those are one of the things I like. One of the things I do like is, like I said, the 90s part. I like how they really set the tone, like, in the 90s. It really, they did fantastic on that. Like, blockbusters, like you've seen from the trailers already, the blockbusters. I really like that. That was, like, a nostalgia thing for me, because I remember going to blockbusters, like, getting movies and stuff, like, when I was young and stuff. I'm a 90s kid, so I remember, like, certain things in the early 2000s, blockbusters and stuff. So I like how they added that element there, and when she's like trying to learn more about the discovery and stuff, I like how they added like some of the 90s stuff, like the computers and stuff. You know how old the computers are? All that was really great. One of the things I do like is, man, the makeup, the CGI designing of the de-aging of the Samuel Jackson. That was absolutely fantastic. It didn't like, felt like it's like a cartoony thing. So the how they make these people look young and stuff, like Samuel Jackson and Phil Coulson and stuff, really was fantastic. They did a phenomenal job on that makeup. It didn't like take me out of the film at all. It was there's not much words to say. They just did a fantastic job. They really set it like in the 90s, but in the set in the 90s, and I really liked that. That was absolutely fantastic. Man, I don't go on about it. And like I said, the 90s and the makeup stuff really fit well in this film. So I really like that. Let me talk about a little bit about the chemistry between Brie Larson and Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury and Captain Marvel. Pretty much that was good. I thought it was really good. They really did well on like the chemistry or whatever. So I really like that about this film. That was one of the things that was absolutely fantastic in this film. It really because like usually Marvel do well with like different characters with their chemistry and stuff, and I thought Marvel excels on that once again here. So that was really great. One of the things I say was probably the highlight of this film is the cat Goose, which in the comic books the character's name is different, which I won't go in depth. If you haven't read the comic books, basically I won't go in depth on that. But Goose, fantastic. So I say the cat was the highlight of the movie. So if you're a massive if you love cats and all, you have a blast with this cat. You have a blast with this cat. So I say go. That was the best parts of the film. The acting and the comedy. The comedy parts really worked in this film. Some of the parts was very funny. They were clever humor. I thought some of them was kind of like for the first viewing, but the second viewing I kind of like, okay, I got the jokes here. So I really liked it, especially from Captain Marvel and Samuel Jackson. So some of that worked, and the Skrulls. So I say some of the comedy stuff really worked in this film. Acting, there's some acting I have questions on, but pretty much the acting there's nothing to say about this because he's always a good every film you put him in. Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury at the 90s, Nick Fury, absolutely fantastic. I mean, my gosh, Samuel Jackson was just so awesome in this film. Samuel Jackson was just any film you put him in, he just does everything good. He did good in Glass, and this he does good here. I just really, really liked it here. Ben Mendelsohn, it does good in this film. I thought he does great as Talos, as one of the Skrulls characters. I thought he did good. So for the most part, Ben Mendelsohn, that's good. As well as Judd Law. I thought Judd Law did good for the screen time he had in this film. And pretty much everybody else I thought did fine. Brie Larson, this is one of the things. I thought she was fine. I thought she was fine as Captain Marvel. Was this and I pretty much, I don't know. Is it the script or is it just her? I don't know. It's just something about her as Captain Marvel. It's kind of like, first one for like the castings of as far as the MCU, I enjoyed everybody like the castings of all the 20 Marvel films. Her character is just like, I don't know. Like I said, maybe when they do more movies or maybe I'll change my mind. But for now, it's okay. I don't know for sure. It's just, it's kind of question marks that her acting. I don't know. And Brie Larson did good in the other movie, Room. So I don't know what happened here. So it's kind of like a question mark here. I don't know what to say about that. And that what leads on to pretty much going towards my negatives for the movie. One of my biggest negatives for this movie is it didn't have that unique style to it a little bit. What I mean is, or like memorable moments. Let's start off with the memorable like moments like that like shocking action moments. Pretty much the action here in this movie is not bad. I ain't gonna say it's like the worst action movie. Some of the action parts are really good in this film. It just never gave me that edgy or that wow, that popcorn the action that gave me like wow, this is the best experience. What I mean is like when you watch and like by now this is like 21 Marvel films we get into, and by now we should have like a action scene that really like pops us out, like give us like that wow, this is great, that popping moment. Like when you see like the first Avengers, there was a lot of things that was memorable. Like Captain America, these are like spoilers if you haven't seen so many Marvel movies that I'm about to get into. So I'm tight. Like in the first movie where Captain America's like say Hulk smashing stuff and all that when the Hulk like punches Thor, like because what Thor did to him early on in the film and stuff. That was great. And then Captain America Winter Soldier, that elevator scene and stuff, that was like a good moment there where Captain America say, before we get started, does anyone want to get out? It was just, and Black Panther had like good like scenes like the where he said, "You're wrong. All of you are wrong." It was, there was moments like that where those Marvel films that had moments. This movie just kind of like, if some of y'all like some of the things, but sorry, in Captain Marvel, I was just looking like, in the second film, I was just like, It just felt like the film just didn't like take any risk of like giving it like that push. And I was looking for that. And we seen it from like, and I don't know much of these directors, what the other films they have done. So that's probably what kind of like I'm probably not familiar with, but like Taika Waititi or Ryan Coogler, when I watched Ryan Coogler's Black Panther, I just felt like, yes, I got that. It's like, I was like, it's a film. I see in it like, I can see certain things out of it, like moment things, like good moments. It's just, Captain Marvel was just like, I didn't feel that. Or like the Russo brothers, what they did, like I said, with Winter Soldier, added that 70s spy espionage to it, that like a Mission Impossible thing. It's like it was so unique. Like Spider-Man Homecoming had like what, that to me, Spider-Man Homecoming not like the best Spider-Man film, but that high school setting with Tom Holland, that high school setting, it felt unique. It was like a high school setting, almost like that the John Hughes style to it. I was like, okay, yeah. Just, it was like, I didn't find nothing out of Captain Marvel. I was like, okay. Like again, like the action scenes, I just wish the action scenes like more like had that uniqueness where I was like, oh, there. It just felt like, it was like, I seen when Captain Marvel, where the powers is like, and stuff like that. Like, especially like on the battleship with the scrolls and stuff. And then towards the third act, which I won't get any spoilers, it just like, I've seen that scene, I was like, okay. Maybe they just saving it for later for her sequels, because I've heard like Brie Larson's going to do like at least 5 or 7 Marvel movies. So that's my it. They just holding it up, holding all of it up. But I just want to see something. When you do an origin movie, I want to see more. I want to see like some like grit, some like breathtaking moments. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, and that was the first like Guardians of the Galaxy first outing movie. There was like a lot of things so memorable, like all the action pieces, the comedy, the moments, everything was like wow out of it, and you just like you were so mind blowing from that. It was like it was like the best experience you had in a movie. Captain Marvel was kind of a little disappointing because you wanted to see that, and that was kind of like for me. I was just like, man, I wanted to see certain parts. And that was one of the parts I say, and I probably went too long on it, so apologize for that. It's just one of the things I wish they did better in the movie. One of the things I wish they did good on was the villains of the Skrulls. I wish, kind of like, and I'm not trying to get into any spoilers, but the villain Skrulls, they kind of, the way they promote in the trailer is just like you thought they're going to be the main villain. As the film goes on, the villain is, it's kind of like, it's a villain here that, and it just, I can't get any spoilers, but it kind of like says, it led you chocolate, but then again, you're like, oh, really? That's how they went with? And that was one of my parts. I just kind of like, okay, it's kind of like the villain here is you're kind of like, oh, now you know who the villain is, because it ties into Brie Larson's past stuff and all that with the things, and it just, let me not get any spoilers. It kind of like, I wish the Skrulls was the main villain, but it was totally different this time around. So that's where my problem like in this film, but that's beside the point. Like I said, the movie I would took risks. Some of the MCU films, like I thought, took a lot of risks, especially like from the phase 1 and phase 2, especially for origin characters. Like Thor took some risk, and the Captain America First Avenger took some risk. So that's one of the things I wish this film done, and the villain part. And like I said, is this a bad movie? No, this is not the worst comic movie. It's not Fantastic. It's definitely not Catwoman. It's not Catwoman or Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. No, this is far beyond. The movie, it's a good origin move for Captain Marvel. That's how I say it. It's for as an origin move as for Captain Marvel. I say it's just a Captain Marvel origin movie. It don't leave like so much like ties into like other MCU films, which it not like to the extent, but it's just like a origin Captain Marvel film, which like I said again, it's just Captain Marvel origin film. That's pretty much my things, and pretty much what I liked about it, they honor Stan Lee in a way in this film. So rest in peace, Stan Lee. I like how they did it. I'm not gonna go in depth, but when you see film, you see what I'm talking about. So that was kind of like almost tear me up. So I like how they honor Stan Lee. Pretty much, like I said, but the one of the things the ending credit scene. So stay for that. There's two of them and stuff. I say one is like ties into the other Marvel if you haven't seen the other one yet. So I won't get any spoilers. So one in the end is kind of weird in a lot of ways. I was like, huh? But it was it. And in the middle of the film, which I won't go in depth what happens in the middle of the film, but it was like towards the end. So that's one of the parts I say in the film. Overall, Captain Marvel is not a bad film. Could have been a lot better, yes. I thought that this film could have done a whole lot more, but pretty much, I say the film's fine. I say go check it out. Make up your own opinion. Like I said, for me, it was fine film. But to you, if you didn't like it or not, you're not a guilt. Like I said, everybody had their own opinion. So I say if you haven't seen the film yet, go check out for yourself and make up your own mind. Like I said, I do recommend you make up your mind if you go like this film or not. Because like I said, it's kind of mixed. Some people I noticed said it was fine, it was okay. Some people thought it was amazing. Like I said, go check out for yourself. I want to give Captain Marvel a solid B. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about the film. Did you like it or not? Let me know. And like I said, tell me what you think about the other MCU films and the style of it. What stuff you like from Captain Marvel. Let me know about that. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, click thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, click subscribe and the bell button. That's like I can see you next time on Sly the Movie Guy. Peace.